Okay, so right now, Mike is gonna show me the camera. I have not seen it yet. Let's see it. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh,
feel it.
What on earth? Okay, so DJI just launched a cinema camera. Yes, you heard that right, a cinema camera. So in this video, we're gonna take a look at that camera, give you our first impressions, and tell you who we think this camera's for, and really why they made it, what problems we think this camera solves.
Check that out.
Oh my
Okay, so
gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so first impressions are really good.
Yeah,
First impressions are sick. This
I'm
thing
about
is
to
insane.
blow your mind more and give you some of the specs. So right now you're just it's using the gimbal like this. So on a lot of gimbals, when you're walking forward, you get that little bump.
Yeah, this.
So the side button here, 4D, this is why it's called the Ronin 4D. You tap this.
Oh, it's like a giraffe neck. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah,
dude, that
yeah.
feels...
It
okay.
compresses the shot.
I have never felt anything like this
Yeah.
on a camera. I'm looking at the monitor because I'm like tripping on it. Wow, okay, I'm gonna...
Yeah, you want to
gonna go
like
play
run
with it.
around with it right now, don't you?
All right, right now I'm gonna hit 4D on the side. Go in 4D mode, fourth dimension, no worries. And okay, the focusing is just insane. Okay,
Yeah.
I am gonna follow Mike. A first little test here.
Dude, hit record.
Record button right there. Wow, 6K ProRes RAW. This is my first time shooting that.
Okay.
All right.
See the LiDAR on the side?
Yep.
So I should be
Yep, there you are.
green. Yeah.
Okay, let's just walk.
That's it.
Wow, that focusing so fast. Okay, so right now, Mike Dewey, who spent an entire day filming a cool boxing scene with this camera, is gonna run you through some of his favorite features, what makes this thing crazy and unique and awesome, and just really a cinema camera unlike anything we've really seen. So, Mike, take it away.
All right, guys, so obviously this camera has a bunch of different features. Obviously the coolest one is the fact that the gimbal on it is super nice and crazy and basically absorbs every little bump entirely. Shooting this boxing scene that I shot with it that you guys are looking at right now, I was able to move around a bunch and it looks like you're shooting a feature film. I mean, there's no bumps in it at all. It doesn't have those little walking bumps from a normal gimbal. It shoots in 6K ProRes RAW, so obviously there's tons of flexibility in post to be able to color grade and do a bunch of other things like changing the white balance and all that stuff very easily in post. And the file size is just, they're big, but the resolution is huge as well. So the storage on this is pretty cool actually. These little cards slide out the side and it has USB-C on the bottom of it. So after you're done shooting, you just slide this out. You don't need a special reader. You can just plug it right into your computer and start editing. The handles on both sides, you can use it for follow focus, you can use it for recording, you can use it to control the gimbal. But what's nice is that you can actually easily take the handles off as well. And there's an external monitor that comes with it that actually allows you to attach the handles to the external monitor and you can control the gimbal wirelessly from the monitor. So if you have somebody else that wants to control the gimbal or a director that wants to view the screen externally while you're holding the gimbal, you can do that. You can mount this thing to a car, you can mount it to a freaking motorcycle. I mean, there's so many features in this thing, I don't even know where to stop. I mean, that is the most ridiculous eye-catching cinema camera you've ever seen. This thing on top is LiDAR. Basically what it's doing is it's showing you on the screen like a top-down view of all the stuff that's in front of you, and then you can use the follow focus on the side to make your focus like pinpoint perfect. It basically makes focusing super, super easy on this camera. Yeah, dude, built-in ND. I mean, this thing shoots for like 2 hours on one battery. I have a 1 terabyte drive in here right now and I've got about 90 minutes or so, not exactly that, but around that of storage, so.
Okay, so right now I'm gonna What's up, dude? Okay, so right now we are gonna go shoot with this thing, do some comparisons. You've already seen Mike, the BTS of him shooting some of that stuff in the boxing ring. But yeah, right now we'll just do some real world tests, nothing as cinematic, just like what's it like to walk around and use this thing.
Let's do it, man.
All right,
so this is the LiDAR focusing system. I wanted to show you guys really quick. You can see here on the right hand side of the monitor, basically all these little like white lines are the things that are in front of me. So I can tell like the front of Niles's car is basically 3.5 feet in front of me. I just line up the little yellow line with the, the shape that's in front of me that I want to focus on. I use my right hand to focus. I mean, it's super easy. Literally like what's in front of you, like to focus on Niles right now, it shows Niles in green on the screen. I slide to, the little area that he's at, 3.5 feet, 3 feet, 2.5 feet. I mean, super easy to focus. This is probably like the quickest focusing system I personally ever seen. And I imagine it's probably like super, super accurate every time.
All right, right now we're gonna run through how the monitor works. This would be like a 2-person setup. Okay, so I'll hold this.
Yep. So what's cool is the monitor is actually super high quality. It's really easy to see. I think it's around 1,000 nits on both of them. Yeah. And that was like the first thing. On a lot of cinema cameras, the monitors aren't very good. This one is actually really, really good. It's a touch screen. So I'm turning on the monitor really quick. And what's great with this monitor is you can either give this to someone else. So when I was shooting boxing, one of the other people that worked at the boxing studio was like, oh, how's the shot look? Like, how's everything looking? And I was like, oh, just take this monitor and check it out. So
do both monitors work? Like you can see what you're shooting and someone can also, it's kind of like a director's monitor.
Yep.
But you can also pull focus from this or no?
You can. So
okay.
Yeah, here's the next part. Here's the part that's absolutely nuts.
What?
So these have little quick release handles on them. This pops off.
Okay, that's really easy to do.
So watch this. This goes into the side.
Okay, they just click right in. It kind of looks like a Nintendo Switch, but like way sicker.
That's locked in.
Okay.
The levers on the side here are for your hand positions. You can adjust how you want your hands.
Okay.
So that's locked in. These are now locked. So I've taken full control now of the gimbal with the same controls that you're used to from actually using the gimbal. So it's not like a stripped down version of shooting. And I can control the focus, everything right now, just from this. You guys probably can't see it because of the reflection, but.
I know I've said this a lot, but like, this is crazy. This is like innovative filmmaking. I don't know.
Dude, like I said, I want one.
I'm not even looking and it might even be cool.
If that shot's stable, then this thing's freaking sick.
All right, let's look at it. So after using this camera now for about an hour, 2 hours, first impressions are very good. Being able to switch from the auto tracking to this follow focus right here are really nice. Right now it's in the auto tracking. You can literally see the wheel moving as I move it. I also, it's a little heavy, I will say, like there is some weight to this thing because it has so many features. So putting on an easy rig right here and just having that take the weight off your back would be awesome. The image quality looks amazing. I mean, basically this thing so far has, as you've probably heard me say a million times, is blowing my mind. Right now, Mike's trying to outsmart the camera. Run way over there. The camera is following him. I don't know if this is in focus.
I just look like a complete idiot.
But Mike looks dumb and it's funny.
Dude, this actually is really, really good. I feel like most of the tracking systems, if you like get too far to the frame, it'll lose you and then it just turns off.
Right.
This, I mean, is working pretty well. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome.
All right, everybody, so this was a first impressions video rather than a review. Overall, very impressed, I think, all around. The use case for this camera, who it's for, I mean, if you're a production house, if you're a career filmmaker, if you do this for your job and have money to invest in gear, this thing is amazing. I mean, what it's able to achieve in such an actually compact rig, because it does look kind of intimidating, but it's not hard to use. It's really stable, and overall, I just, as you've seen through the whole video, I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, it's a cool camera. It's definitely not for, I don't see somebody that's doing like YouTube videos at home or anything like that with this camera. It's not for doing like vlogs or anything. This is like a high-end cinema camera.
Unless you're like a Marquez and like you just like,
yeah, you want to flex.
Yeah, and you're just like constantly shooting everything that's the best.
Totally.
Some quick specs. There is a 6K and an 8K version. The 8K version comes in 8K 12-bit and you can shoot 60 frames a second. It uses DL mounts, which is DJI's proprietary lens mount system, but like you said earlier,
you can use other mounts.
You can use other mounts, which is awesome.
You just have to use manual focus if you use other mounts, but that's not a big deal because the focusing system is really easy to use.
Yeah, overall, super impressed. If you guys want to see a full-length review where we break down image quality, how it works, put it through its paces, just a little more in depth, and let us know in the comments. And yeah, if you're intrigued by this, drop a comment. I don't know, just subscribe also. What up? We're your friends at Moment. If you're new here, if you're not new, then it's good to see you again.
Dude, let's go shoot some lessons with this thing.
Right? Yeah. I can see myself.
Chase Joe with this thing.
This thing makes me want to go shoot like a really cool sports commercial. And literally the entire thing has just extreme motion in it. Like no statics at all.
Dude,
cool, guys.
I can't wait to see the boxing footage, dude.
Right. Yeah. It's awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like I keep saying over and over and over again. And we'll see you guys in the next video where we're playing with some gear.
Later, guys.
Peace, y'all.